J1 student and I applied for a waiver and it was approved. Can I adjust my status? Well, if your waiver was approved, if your no objection waiver was approved both by the U.S. and your home country, and you are married to a U.S. citizen, yes, you can adjust your status. If you're not married to a U.S. citizen and you're not in status, no, you have to do a waiver and go back home. What does it mean when you do your Stokes interview and at the end of it you're told that you will hear from them in 180 days? No, in 120 days. I'm worried because I did the first interview and I was told the same thing. For those of you who don't know what a Stokes interview is essentially basically when they separate spouses for the interview. So they typically will last longer than a normal interview. So they'll first ask you certain questions and then they'll ask your spouse certain questions and they try to go as deep and as intricate as possible just to catch you guys in a lie. Sometimes some offices will bring you back in for what we call a rebuttal period. What that means is that if you guys have different answers that are, different, some offices will bring you back in and give you the opportunity to correct it. Like, if you're saying that your bedroom walls are like purple and your spouse is saying, well, they're blue or whatever it is, they can bring you back in and say, well, this is what your wife said. And, you're saying it's this other color. And then it's up to you to basically say that you're colorblind and this is what you thought it was or whatever. I'm just using this as an example. And then once that is done, they now have to go over the answer, go over the recording, and then they will either approve you because you did well on the Stokes interview, or they will basically write a letter detailing, like a notice of intent to deny, detailing all the things that you got wrong. How long does it take to get a work permit after biometrics? The answer really depends. Like I will tell you time now, and that might not be what your time is. But generally, depending on what you filed for, let me use valid cases, for instance. Like, if you submit a valid petition and, you do your biometrics, usually, I'd like to see within 8 weeks, some sort of your work permit coming in. But again, it will depend on when your biometrics is scheduled and have you, and where are you in the processing time or the average time. So it's really hard to say, but generally I would say you would see more than 50% of people being in that category. But, with everything with immigration, it's never 100% uniform. So I can only tell you where 50% of the pool kind of like settles. So it doesn't mean that's the case for you. You may get yours earlier, you may get yours much later. So it's really hard for anyone to tell you.